what would be a good starter asset for someone starting out? Would that be something like a duplex or a single family home or I don't know, a warehouse?
Well, here's what I would say. I would say barrier of entry needs to be low for somebody who is starting off. And so what do I mean by that? If a flip happens to come by and the numbers make sense and it's your first deal and it's $100,000 renovation, that's kind of a big bite to take off as your first deal, right? However, if the numbers truly make sense, like by no stretch of the imagination could you screw this up. Like if there was $150,000 of profit, and you know going into this, okay, it's going to be about $100,000 renovation. Really, it's going to be $80,000 renovation, but we're tacking on a 20% contingency, so it's $100,000 reno. You can't go from $100,000 reno to $250,000 reno, right? You couldn't
Mhm.
evaporate the full net profit of $150,000. And then it comes down to, well, do you have time to learn the renovation? If yes, then do it. If not, then partner. Or if not partner, then wholesale it. If not wholesale it, then wholetail it, meaning just get it in livable condition by doing a $30,000 renovation. Do you have time to do, again, kind of going back to what I said before, time, money, and energy? Do you have the time to learn the skill set, to manage the contractors, to raise the money, to create a scope of work, to yada, yada, yada? Do you have the money, whether it's your own money or access to capital? And that could be somebody that borrowing money from somebody that you work with, from an aunt, from somebody at church, from a neighbor, from a coworker, it doesn't really matter, or borrowing from your 401k or something like this, right? If you can liquidate some assets that you have, hard money lender as well. So that's the money. And then we have mental bandwidth, capacity, energy. Do I have the energy to do this? If things are going haywire in your life, let's say that you just had two kids, bad time. Let's say that you and your wife were on the rocks with your marriage, bad time. Let's say that you brought in your sick mother-in-law who has dementia and she's in her last years, bad time, right?
As a
So do you have
partner?
the mental capacity, the energy? What's that?
I said bring your grandmother on with dementia as a partner? That's a doesn't
So
seem like
having
a
the
very good business strat.
No, no, no. Having the time, money, and the energy or the mental capacity to do these things. So there is no right answer. Like a lot of people, most people, frankly, would say, "Oh, do wholesaling because wholesaling is the easiest." Is it? Because there's now 13 states who have outlawed it, and now you have to figure out if you get a deal in those states, you have to figure out ways around it, like having an agent on your team or getting your own license or doing innovation. Well, now you're getting into a different exit strategy if you're going to do innovation. Effectively, it's the same thing. You're just sticking it on the MLS. However, now there's more paperwork, there's contracts, there's nuances to this. So I don't think that it's an exit strategy. There is no one size fits all exit strategy. I can't say wholesale. I can't say retail. I can't say innovation. I can't say burr, and just rent it out. Because some people, barrier of entry is going to be too high. So what comes your way first? That's what life is about, right? Like what comes
Mhm.
your way, turning whatever the saying is, turning lemons into lemonade. Well, what is the highest and best use of this house? What's my insurance strategy? What's my exit strategy?